Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2020 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now, before I dive into this reading, let's clear the energy here and also raise our own energy vibrations. So take a nice deep breath in, exhale in whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity like storm clouds from your body and feeling them drift away, evaporating into the sky. All right. Now let's get started. Let's dive in and see what Spirit and your angels have to say about this time of wealth and of career. We're going to be starting with your chakra cards. How will Scorpio be affected by July 2020 money and career? Scorpio, July 2020 money and career. Scorpio, July 2020 money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this message. Ooh, this one right here. And show me clearly. Right. Okay, we are starting with this one, which is angels and masters. Your angels, your spirit guides, divinity, moving forward. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. There's healing energy coming into you from your angels. You're going to have the sense of having feelings of being really connected to something greater. That's your angels. That's divinity coming in. You're also going to have the sense of having knowledge come your way. Again, that is your angels talking to you. Okay, you might even feel warmth at the very top of your head. That is where this healing light is going to be coming through your soul, your soul star chakra. And then we have dreams, which is your third eye chakra, opening up, all right? And it's going to be really easy for your angels and divinity to communicate with you through your dreams because the logic doesn't have to be there. Things can be much more abstract. And so as your third eye is opening and when your third eye opens during this time, just know that there's going to be a lot of messages that come your way that are going to be very much in the abstract, very much in the symbology section kind of your brain and of your understanding. That's coming from your third eye chakra. All right. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Scorpio, July 2020, money and career. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we're going to stop, right here. We're going to see how far that gets us. This one, of course, is going to be first. And let's see. All right, one more row. Angels and spirit guides, show us clearly. Scorpio, July 2020, money and career. Angels. Ooh, there we go. Okay. I don't know if that's exactly how they landed. There we are. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we're starting off with the left hand, which is towards the left side. This is your spiritual side. Okay, this is your inner self. The center is your heart. And the right is your outer self, how people see you, how people are perceiving you, how you are seeing and perceiving people. So we start off with the 3 of Pentacles. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and then the 7 of Swords. I like that digression here from 8 of Swords to 7 of Swords. The repeat of the number 8 means that personally you're taking things very seriously. You can be taking them a little bit too seriously, so be mindful of that. Be mindful of really looking at things and, just being too serious, being too focused, right? You're taking the joy out of life a little bit when you're working, when you're thinking about things. It's kind of like over-analyzing, overworking during this time. So you might want to step that back just a little bit for your own personal happiness. Okay? Then we have the 2 of Swords, the Page of Swords. This is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. Magician, the King of Pentacles, which I love to see, especially in a finance and career reading. So this is an earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This can be somewhere within your chart, but this is also you looking at things and being very, very serious, very focused. And then let's see what your outer self has to say. You have the Seven of Wands. You have the Hierophant coming in, strong Taurus energy during this time. You have, oh, I love that, the reverse Four of Pentacles. So there's a release of vampiric energy, negative energy, pulling you down, holding you back. And then you have the Justice card. Okay, so that's beautiful. So here you have this sense of really coming into your own wealth, your own prosperity. The negativity of the past is moving away. There's a freedom to this time, which is beautiful. So let's see, before we dive into the tarot and going through everything, let's see the people you should be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Scorpio should be mindful of during, this one right here, during July 2020 for money and career? Who are the people that Scorpio should be mindful of during July 2020 money and career? Okay. That is a lot. So, and this one, because it wanted to come. Okay, there we go. So we're starting off with the Prince of Cups. This is a water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is a young energy. This is a slowly moving energy, but it's saying here, be mindful of other water signs during this time. Also be mindful of people who are, I'm actually seeing them be too aggressively defensive towards their emotional state, towards what it is that they are seeking and what they want. And it's kind of like anybody who even remotely disagrees with them, they're going to have a big issue with. And this is just saying here, don't engage. Don't engage, because they're kind of looking for a fight because something's going on with them. Yeah, Spirit is showing something's going on with them where they're not showing you the full story and they don't want to show anybody the full story. It's like this is their own personal drama and you don't need to get involved in it. You just don't. They're going to want other people to get involved because it's going to divert them, but this isn't something you need to be privy to. And then we have the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, a Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. This is somebody who comes across as a queen, so a little bit more reserved than a king. Okay, can be masculine, can be feminine energy. It leans more towards the feminine, but this would be just how you describe their personal energy. All right, there's a sense here of creativity, of moving towards action, but there's a sense in work where you're not really seeing eye to eye with this person. They want to go one way, you want to go the other way. Kind of step back. This person is an authority figure because they're coming through as a queen, okay, so as a ruling part of the monarch. And so here you're going to want to kind of step back with things, with engaging with this person, because they have a set vision, and you're not going to be able to dissuade them or, even have a constructive conversation with them. So just be mindful of that. Then we have the Princess of Cups. Again, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is, you have the Prince of Cups, you have now the Princess of Cups coming in. This is somebody who's young. This is somebody who's learning, who has, she has very good intentions, but it can be that she's not, and I say she, but it can be also a male energy or somebody who identifies as male who, you're just not vibing with. You're just not vibing with this young kind of letting your heart do the speaking for you type of energy. It's just not you during this time. You want facts. You don't want as much facts as the Queen of Wands is going to be giving you, but you want facts. You want things to be much more distinct. You don't want that kind of willy-nilliness that I'm seeing from them. So just be mindful of that. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So this is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. You have the Page of Swords right here. So it can be that you get along better with a younger air sign energy or somebody who is more open to ideas. But this is somebody who's very much a warrior queen, who sees what they want and is fighting for it. Again, they could be an air sign energy, or they can be somebody with very strong ideas, very strong opinions. And at this time, Scorpio, you kind of want things, to be kind of like the baby bear porridge. You want things to be just right. And these people, too many extremes aren't going to be well for you, aren't going to do well for you, and aren't going to suit you personally. So the Queen of Swords, this warrior queen mentality, the sense of really embracing the way things flow, but also being a force like the wind coming at people, that's really not going to suit you. You're much more not laid back, but you're much more connected. You're much more kind of seeing both sides of the tail, looking at really what needs to be focused on. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So that's really funny. You have the Queen of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So I don't know if it's that you're not really going to be vibing well with this female energy that's coming from people, or if they're going to be too kind of mother hending things, and you're going to sit there and think, no, let it grow, let it become, let it explore. So here, just know that energy might be something that you need to just be a little bit mindful of during this time, or somebody who's trying to micromanage things and who really thinks that they're helping, who really is kind of, quote unquote, mothering this project, but it isn't going to be something that vibes with you. It's going to be something where you sit there and you're like, oh, I just don't know. It's because you're moving forward in such a way, and you have such a King of Pentacles mentality at your heart, and the Hierophant here in your public self, where it's more of I want more action, I want things to move forward more, I want to see the results. And these people can be too kind of, they're not wanting to see the same results that you are. So just be mindful of this with the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming in, where you're like, listen, I want to see results. I want to see things happening. I want to see things moving forward. And these people are going to be too one way or the other for you. Okay, either they're going to be too emotional or they're going to be too logical, and you want things to be right in the middle. You want things to be able to vibe with you on an emotional level, on an intuitive level, but also on an intellectual level. So just know that energy of, harmony is going to be very, very important to you. You're also working really hard personally. Like, you're working super hard on getting projects done, on getting things seen, on looking at the bigger picture. And so whether you are, starting a new career, or whether you are in your current career, you are really looking at things and working hard. You're collaborating with others, yes, but I really see you as the person on the scaffold, like really doing the work, doing the intricate details, making things happen. And then there are people giving you ideas, but you're bringing those ideas to life. And you really see that personally. And it brings you to really focusing on the Eight of Pentacles, your hard work, your dedication, your intuition, your power. And this is what makes it so that, Scorpio, sometimes during this time frame, you're going to feel like all work and no play, because it's going to be very easy for you as you're working, as you're cultivating, as you're learning more, because this is a very, intuitive learning, being driven time for you to focus on your talents, focus on your prosperity, focus on your bounty, calling in this wealth to you, that you can be like, why aren't people keeping up their end of a bargain? What is it that I need to do to get these other people on board? And the fact of the matter is, keep on doing you. Keep on doing you, because if you start thinking about it too much, if you start, really looking at and thinking what everybody else should do, because this is what you're doing, okay, it's going to drive you up and down the Mississippi. It is. It's going to drive you up and down the wall. You're not going to be able to see why they can't just pull things together, get their tuchuses moving, and go and do what needs to be done. And the Eight of Swords makes it so that you start doubting. Oh my gosh, should I be doing this? Should I be moving forward this way? Am I doing the right thing? Am I, working hard enough? Why isn't that person working hard enough? And why are they getting the recognition that they're getting? How are they moving forward? And it can end up with just this series of comparing, okay? And also doubting, fearing, looking at things. And you're going to have a tendency during this time, Scorpio, to look at other people and find yourself wanting, even though if you were a person, an objective person looking in, you'd be like, well, you two don't even hold a candle to each other. You have so much more to offer, Scorpio. But that's not going to be how you see things, all right? So here, your hard work, your dedication, it really does pay off for you. It really does. But you're going to have the sense of doubt and of fear and of, negativity coming in, and, our insecurities really talking to us and saying, are you doing the right thing? Are you working hard enough? Are you moving forward the right way? And so here, Scorpio, you have to say stop and have this conversation between your heart and your mind. Because your heart might be saying, man, I need a break. And your mind might be saying, you just need to work harder. You want a break? Go 10 times harder, okay, because of that. And it doesn't make sense logically, but it makes sense to you because there's a goal and there are things that need to be achieved. Here, super lucky number. You also have a very strong connection with the repeat of the number 8 in your personal self to femininity. All right. So I don't want you to think that it's a bad thing during this time. It's a very good thing for you. It's just the people that are coming up as the people to be mindful of tend to be the queens. And it can be somebody who, again, just too micromanagey, thinks of this project as their baby. And again, they can be male or they can be female. But you're like, okay, enough is enough, But you have this divinely positive female energy guiding you forward in your internal self. And so you're going to need to find that balance because during this time, because these people are really ticking you off, okay, you might want to go to another extreme, like, being more gruff about the whole thing or being more quote unquote masculine about the whole thing. So just be mindful of that during this time. And that even though, you have this beautiful energy flowing through you, because these people are annoying you, you might want to go to another extreme, which isn't going to get the job done as well as if you stay true to yourself. 7 of Swords, trickery. Trickery around ideas, trickery around, whose work is being seen, and whose isn't. Okay, so be mindful of that just starting off. Okay, it has to do something with money and with justice. You can find that you feel like it's not feeling. You can find that people are getting paid more where you're doing most of the work, or people getting the credit where you're doing the work. That's because you're not making as much noise as they're making. It's not saying start to complain, but start pointing out your accomplishments, being like, wow, that was a really tough task, but I'm really glad we got it done. Not in a braggadocious way, but in a inclusive and also pointing fingers at yourself and saying good job type of way, because that's really going to be helpful to have people recognize your talents and your prosperity. You have the repeat of the number 7 here. Okay, do you? Yes, you do. Okay, there we go. And in this line, okay, right here with the Magician and the 7 of Wands, okay, this is moving forward in a much more powerful, much more prosperous way, and you're taking the knowledge that you know and you're moving forward with it. You're finding new ideas for it. You're finding new ways to piece things together, to come together on things. And you're leaving some things behind that just don't need to be taken with you. It's like enough is enough. I'm done. I'm moving forward. Your heart's going to have 2 decisions to be made, and it's going to feel like there are 2 distinct paths for you to walk. And during this time, as you're looking at things, and I like how you go from the 3 to the 2, the countdown, right here, the 3 of Pentacles to the 2 of Swords. And it's as you're doing everything, you're going to be looking at things and being like, is this the way it's always going to be? Or is this the way it's going to be? You have another idea in your head, but you're not really comfortable with either one of them. There's a new idea that's coming. There's a new way of looking at it. If you stop looking outwardly and you start looking inwardly. That's why she has the blindfold on her head. Her head is turned up towards the night sky, towards, this understanding of spirit and soul and mysteries. And so you're going to find that new ideas come your way. You're also severing ties. I love it that I'm seeing the 2 of Swords right now as this giant scissor. It's kind of like you're severing away a path that doesn't fit for you. You're severing a truth that isn't your truth. You're severing a tie that is no longer relevant to you. And as you do so, you become more of yourself. You also become a student of your passion, of your mind, of the way that you're looking at things. All right, this is a very curious time for you. This is also a time where, if you have anything that you want to learn, anything that you want to ask more questions about, something to perfect your work and really bring together the talents that you have inside, this is the time to go for it. There's also side projects that can start to become full-on projects for you, can start to become something where you're sitting there and you're saying, well, I've always had a passion for this. I've always wanted to do this. I've been afraid, but now it is my time. It is my time to move forward. It's my time to go after what I need, what I want, what I desire. And you're seeing it. You're taking up the knowledge. You're also having this inquisitive nature. It can also be kind of childlike at times, where you're asking questions and you're not feeling inhibited. As we grow, we think we're supposed to know everything. And the fact of the matter is we're not. So here, as you have this knowledge coming in, as you are connecting with your passion and yourself, you're getting curious. And there's going to be a reward for this curiosity. People are going to sit there and say, wow, this person can ask the questions. This person is really wanting to learn more, and it's going to suit you well. Okay? This isn't going to be the type of thing where they think, well, you should already know this. You should already know everything. It's like, no, get curious. Keep on moving forward. Find a deeper meaning towards it. And it moves you towards the magician, as above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. There's this freeing energy. There's this curiosity to you. There's this passion. There's this understanding. And as you are moving forward in this knowledge, you are moving forward in you. And that's going to be something that's really, really, really beautiful. Because the magician sees that they have all the tools around them. They have everything that they need. It's just a harnessing of it. It's a gaining that understanding. It's a looking at that truth. It's looking at that power. And so here with the magician, you are honing those tools. You are, embracing your soul and yourself and what you desire. And as you do so, it brings you to prosperity, wealth, and abundance. It brings you to a planting of the seeds. It also brings you to being very confident within yourself. Your heart is guiding you towards bigger and better horizons. It's guiding you towards a sense of claiming your power, knowing your worth, knowing the magic that lives around you. And by magic, it can be conjuring magic if that's what you're into. But I really see it as personal magic. I see it as, the fact that you're made of stardust, the fact that the universe courses through your veins, the fact that God, the God's head, is hidden within you by divinity, because that's the place that man doesn't look. It's turning within and finding prosperity, wealth, and talents. We always think our talents are supposed to be a certain way, and that certain way is the way that TV projects it. We're supposed to be like these people. We are given unobtainable goals that are airbrushed, that are edited. And so here, where you're looking at your talents, it's like, see that you are a human being, but also see that you were made to be special. We were made to be special. And I know that people sit there and they laugh and they say, okay, we can't all be special, but we can, can't we? Doesn't every child see, the people that love them as special for their own reasons and in their own ways? And so why can't we see people like that? Instead of saying, oh, you have to have $1 million bazillion dollars, why not saying you have to be happy? You have to connect with yourself, your soul, your beauty, your heart. And if you don't, if you're not tuning into your bliss, then it's time to kind of, play with the little knob on the radio and get a station that's clearer. And so as you're looking at things as the King of Pentacles and with the Magician, with all this power before you and this ability to conjure and recreate, it's not going to happen all at once. Things happen slowly. You guys have to give it time. And as you're stepping into this power, you step into wealth because you step into your truth. And it might not be make $1 million. But it's funny because psychologically it's proven once you have enough money to pay all your bills, and it's not saying, you keep on moving up until your bills become astronomical. But it's once you have enough money to pay all your bills and to be safe, the borderline happiness of people, okay, not the quantity of stuff that they have, but the happiness of people, okay, it doesn't change. It doesn't change where you live, how much money you have, when you are happy and when you have the essentials covered. Okay? When you have the essentials covered and you're allowed to be happy, that's how Spirit wants me to word it. You have more wealth coming into your life. You have more bounty. There's a greater sense of joy of experience. And that's what leads you to the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is like you're going to defend what you have worked hard to create. And that's fantastic, most definitely. But you have to know when to pick your battles, because this can just be one battle after another, after another, after another, all the time. And it's like, no, stop. Stop. Look at what you desire. Look at what you want. And also look at the people who are never going to change their mind. Why? Why engage with them? Why dive deeper into the cesspit pit that is their life? Look at yours. Look at what you want. Look at what you're desiring to create and move forward in that truth. Move forward in that power. Because it brings you to the Hierophant. Now this is strong Taurus energy within this reading, a time frame of April 20th to May 20th. But this is sitting on your throne. This is claiming your power. This is opening up to the kingdom of heaven, to the kingdom of your joy, your bliss, your prosperity, your understanding, and not being held back. Because it's saying my hard work and my curiosity will let me rise. It might not be the way that I expected. It might not be exactly as I had envisioned, but it is going to be in a powerful way, in an encompassing way. And it's in a way of being true to yourself. Excuse me. The Hierophant does not let us lie to ourselves. The Hierophant wants us to be truthful, needs us to be truthful, because the Hierophant sits there and looks at the truth within themselves, within their soul. And the Hierophant represents the Pope. So the Pope in medieval times was the King of Kings. He told kings what to do. And so here, there is that sense of being able to tell kings what to do as you move forward, as you go after what it is that you desire. And it doesn't mean that world leaders are going to start calling you up. It means that there is a confidence to you. There is a power to you. There is a beauty to you that people are taking note of. You can also have a bit of an argument here with somebody who is too rigid within your life. It's kind of like they want complete supplication, okay, when it comes to prosperity. It's like you can only be wealthy on their terms. This is a person who you're breaking the chains of because you have the inverted Four of Pentacles, which is the reverse Four of Pentacles, which is beautiful. Because the Four of Pentacles for me is my vampiric energy card. It's like they want to suck you dry. They've been, sitting there and having their own agenda, going after what they want, taking from you and taking from you and taking from you until you have nothing left. And with this reverse, it's like, no more. I'm onto your game. I'm living my life. I'm moving forward in my truth. And I will not be held back because you feel insecure, because you think that I'm a good energy source to, kind of boost you up and move you forward, whereas I leave being drained. Okay? This can be somebody within your work. Okay? It can be a Taurus. It can also be a Libra that you're sitting there and saying no. This can also be somebody who's really rigid, all right, and is so rigid that they forget about justice. They forget about truth. They forget about prosperity. And so here, the Justice card comes in, and you're looking for justice. You're looking for the truth, for power, for bounty to move you forward. And as you walk away from something that no longer fits, and you hold up your prosperity and say, this is what I want from my life. This is what I need. This is what I desire. Justice starts to come. Things become a lot more clear. Now, the Justice card is a Libra energy, a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. Let's dive deeper. Okay. Show me more deeply for Scorpio for July 2020 for money and career. Show me more deeply for Scorpio for July 2020, money and career. Show me deeply. Show me more clearly. Show me clearly. Ooh, okay. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. For Scorpio, July 2020, money and career. Show me more deeply, show me clearly. For Scorpio, July 2020, money and career. This one, right here, which just caught my attention, and that one on the bottom. Okay, interesting. Very cool. So we have the Seven of Wands, personally, again, knowing which battles to pick. Then we have the King of Cups, a water sign energy, which is, of course, you, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. You're coming through personally as a king, and the world opens up to you. As you become a bit more discerning, as you don't get involved in everybody's traumas and dramas, especially at work, especially when it comes to your passions and your career, keep focused on what you want. And that becomes very important. The Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Emperor, okay, Aries energy, strongly moving forward. Page of Cups, you're learning how to be an emperor, okay? How to embrace your power and your passion and knowing exactly what you want and what you desire and calling to your throne your truth and what you need. And then you have the Chariot, which is a Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. The Hanged Man, you're seeing things very differently than other people. And the Two of Pentacles, where you're juggling a lot, yes, But you're being told that as you juggle, don't forget yourself. Don't forget to make sure that you count and that you matter. Okay? Now, I'm being told to pull the people that are going to be beneficial to you during this time. Who are the people that are going to be beneficial to Scorpio during July 2020 for money and career? Who are the people who are going to be beneficial to Scorpio for July 2020 for money and career? Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this message. And show me clearly. This one. Awesome. So we start with the Queen of Cups, water sign energies, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancers. But where you have a problem with the more immature water sign energies, you have really good vibrations from a grown and mature water sign energy, somebody who is, and it's funny because it's the only queen that's left that didn't come up on the negative, side of this. So it is the queen of the heart. It's the queen of passion. It's the queen of looking at deeper mysteries and really taking in the bounty of them. And then we have the Hermit. Okay, Virgo energy, a time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd, turning inward. Somebody who's very guided by their own spiritual light or by spiritual light moving them forward. I just am focused on the moon right here. This ebb and flow of their understanding and the way that they really own this is going to be really intriguing to you. This way of turning inward, this quiet, this serenity, this having your feet in two worlds that this Queen of Cups has. And then we have the Lord, okay, the Aries energy, which is coming through right here at the middle of your heart. So this is a very powerful energy for you, Scorpio, March 21st to April 19th. This is a person of power, of really powerful and assertive masculine energy. This is a person of determination, and this is a person of getting the job done. And this is a person you're going to take very, very seriously. You're not going to see this person as being rigid, or if you do see this person as being rigid, you see what they're heading towards, and you see the walls that they're coming up against, that they're crumbling for what they desire. And that's going to be something that you very much respect. And then the Princess of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is going to be somebody who at first you think is a little clueless. And I say this because she's holding the sword not by the hilt, but by the blade. So it's kind of like, okay, do you know what you're doing here? But this is a person whose mind is really in a good place, who is looking at things and is curious and might not see things exactly either the way that they are, might be a little bit naive as to the happenings of things, but really sticks to the logic, sticks to the compassion, the understanding, and that opens up doors for you, and inevitably it opens up doors for her or whomever this is representing. And personally, as you're working so hard, you're going to think that career-wise you have to fight. It's like, okay, this is a fight, this is a battle. I have to make myself seen. I have to, stand out above all others. And yeah, sometimes that is just the truth. But it's also saying know when to choose your battles. Because if you're going to go up against everybody and sit there and say, okay, I'm going to shine like a star, people might just see you as argumentative. And that's going to be something that you don't want at all, because it'll mean all your hard work kind of crumbles away. Because people only remember the last bad thing, right? Which is unfair, but also human nature. So as you're moving forward, you're really looking at the way that you want things to turn out, the expectations that you have for your future, what you're creating, what you're cultivating. And this is saying here, stand up for yourself, most definitely. Don't let people walk all over you, but also know when to back down and know when to fight. And then we have the King of Cups. This is a water sign energy, of course. This is you coming through. You have the Queen of Cups as being a really good ally. So there is a sense of your masculine energy shining through, your sense of, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to move forward this way, nobody's going to stop me, quote unquote masculine energy. This is going to really work well for you. And this is also going to get you out of the place of doubt, because it's going to be like, okay, I doubt this, I fear this, I'm overwhelmed by this. Okay, breathe in, do it anyway. Just get the job done. And that's going to be really important. And it's going to open up the world to you. It's going to open up what you desire, what you need. It's like being birthed forward. And as the world opens to you, there's a sense of excitement. There's a sense of, really looking at the joy that you're taking in, the bounty that you desire, the place that you want to be. And as you look at this, your heart is moving towards your passion, and it's moving towards it rather quickly, rather succinctly. And as you're moving towards your passion, your desire, and what you want, you have the Emperor energy coming in, the Aries energy, March 21st to April 19th, of, I know where I sit, I know where I stand on this, I know what I want, and I'm going to go after it. So your heart is really set on something. And it might be something that is completely overwhelming for you. It might be something that, isn't too overwhelming, but it just needs a lot of time, a lot of attention, study, and an embracing of your magic, this connection to the material world, to not the material world, but the earthly plane, and this connection to spirit, and to see that you have all the elements it takes to be successful. Do not be afraid to see how to configure them, and also to make mistakes. You're not going to get it right off the bat. And I know people are going to sit there and say, Dane, how dare you say that? But you have to give yourself time to fail. Everybody needs time to fail. Edison had 1,000 ways that a light bulb didn't work until he found, or more than 1,000 ways that a light bulb didn't work until he found the way that a light bulb did. Did he stop? No. Now, was he a bit of a schmuck? Yes, Edison was not the nicest guy in the whole entire world. So, he used people most definitely and threw them away, Nikola Tesla being most definitely one of them. So here, there is this sense of looking and seeing and saying, I might fail, but I'm never going to be down for long. And as you are embracing that energy, you are embracing the power of yourself. And the powerful thing is that you're not giving up on you. Because people give up on other people all the time. I mean, it's not right, but it's true. But you're not giving up on you. And you're embracing what you desire, what you want, and what you need. And it has you being a student of your heart, of your passion, of the way that the world is opening up to you, and of the way that you want to move forward. You're also going to get inspiration from the most unlikely of places, where you sit there and you're kind of gobstopped by the whole entire thing. You're like, wow, I didn't expect that to be that insightful, or I didn't expect that much, emotional clarity to come my way, which helps me move forward in my career because it frees me. It moves away a blockage that I've had so that I can stop feeling like I need to fight and start feeling like I need to strive for success. That I need to, just simply succeed. And as you move towards that, it moves you towards the Chariot, moving forward in love. You know what it is that you love. You know what it is that you want, and you're moving after it. You will not be held back. The thing with Cancer energy is that they're pretty laid back until you tell them who to love, until you tell them how to love. And then, gloves are off. So people might not see the things that you stand up for being a big deal. They might be like, well, yeah, why is that your line in the sand? But it's your line in the sand because it is of utter importance to you. You have a repeat of the number 7 here. Number 7 is, this sense of diving deeper into mysteries, diving deeper into wanting answers, the spiritual aspect of things. So you might be finding yourself reading a lot of spiritual books, spiritual guidance. It's also a number that says you want the truth. And during this time, you will not be able to abide people who lie to get what they want. You're going to sit there and be like, are you kidding me? You can see that they're just manipulating things to get to where they want to be. And people might not be able to see that because they're doing it, first of all, so well. And they're saying what people want to hear. But they don't have that authenticity to back it up. It will show itself in time. But it can be a very hard pill to swallow at this time. So just be mindful of that. The Hangman, in this line of power right here, you have you as the King of Cups, you have the Emperor, and then the Hangman. It's like because of your power, because of your prosperity, because of your determination, because of your strength, you see things differently than everybody else. It's also having your creative energy move throughout the body. Now, you might sit there and think, well, that's odd. But back in medieval times, alchemists believed that creative energy was held within the groin. And so do yogis. That's why they stand on their heads, to have this energy flow through them. Now, do they believe that the energy just kind of like comes down all of a sudden, enlightens the brain, and that's it? I think that's a bit naive. I mean, some of them might have, a bit of the more naive ones, but I think it's like a change of perspective. It's a way to have the blood rush to your head, to have yourself inspired. And so as you see things differently than everybody else, there is an inspiration that comes over you, a passion, a power, a purpose. And it has you juggling your success. It has you juggling your bounty, what it is that you want, the way that you want to move forward. And you're very much focused on these two things, the world opening up to you, getting inspiration from different places, prosperity, where it is that you want to be, bounty. And so as you're juggling these things and as you're embracing the eternity of them all, the fact that you need these things in your life, you're forgetting about balancing you. And you're also forgetting about the calming of the emotions and the power of a serene heart. So make sure that you step back and embrace that serenity, embrace that bounty, embrace the power that is you as you are juggling everything. Because as you're juggling everything and you're being so focused, you can forget about the balance of your inner self. So just be mindful of that. Okay, let's see what your spirit guide animal cards have to say. Scorpio, July 2020, money and career. Scorpio, July 2020, money and career. Scorpio, July 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this message and show me clearly. Okay, this one, should we do two? Yes. Okay, so you have the sandpiper spirit, which is saying be happy, which is definitely powerful here because all work and no play can be something that you're very drawn to during this time. So you're going to want to be happy, make sure that you laugh, make sure that you have fun, right? So the sandpiper spirit comes forward. And then you have the frog spirit, clear out the clutter. And that's going to be really big. Clear out the clutter in your life, in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and in yourself. Your subconscious message when it comes to people is the Prince of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is wanting to rush forward. This is wanting to go after things because in your mind, you're like, I know this is right. I know I need to be there. And this is saying step back a little bit. Step back. Make sure that you're balancing the scales, that you're seeing both sides of the story, and then move forward this way. Your subconscious tarot message, your first one, is the Four of Cups. You're being given a gift from an unlikely space, an unlikely place. Okay, make sure that you are in tune with yourself enough to be able to take it, that you're not burning the candles at both ends. And then we have the Hermit. Virgo energy, time frame, August 23rd to September 22nd, turning inward, being guided by the light that is within you, that you desire, that you want, that you need. And having quiet moments. You might be saying, Dane, I'm tired of quiet moments. That's all we've had with the chaos in the world. And yes, I understand. But there's a beauty that comes from serenity and from really embracing your inner guidance, your inner self, and taking time out just to connect with you, not to be distracted. I mean, I know myself, I seem to be, listening to something the moment I get up till the moment I go to sleep. And yes, it's very good, but those quiet moments are definitely necessary. So make sure you carve out those quiet moments for yourself. Then you have your subconscious chakra message, which is universal light. Okay, this is the soul star chakra. And that light that I saw shining through your body is right here. It's coming through, embracing your heart. It's like, this is the light of the universe. This is the universal light that is cleansing you, empowering you, emboldening you. And then your subconscious spirit animal message is the porcupine spirit. It's time for a beginner's mind. And that's the thing in Buddhism, which I always thought like that was bad grammar. But time for a beginner's mind is time for the mind of somebody who is a beginner, for somebody who starts. And it's in Buddhism, not carrying your baggage into a situation, coming to things like a child with new eyes, with new sense of interpretation, with a open heart. And that's going to be very powerful for you, and that's going to be very bountiful for you. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe.